and excited to open 19th ACM conference on recommender system. It's a great honor and pleasure to have this opportunity, not just me, but my colleagues, all the organizing committee. And this could happen only because the topic we are dealing with, recommender systems, is still very attractive, is still important and more impactful than any time before. Either in a positive way, as we are supported by recommendation, but unfortunately for society, for individuals, sometimes in negative way, in manipulating people, either consciously or unconsciously. But we are here to discuss 1 week about this, and this wouldn't happen if there will be great team who started preparation of this event next year. So right next year, Markus, Pavel, and me, but even before, Alan and the steering committee started to prepare this great event, and it wouldn't happen if you will not be here. So thank you for this. And it wouldn't happen if the whole organizing committee, together with Garan, together with executive event, will not contribute to this. Do you know how many organizing committee members do we have this year? 22. 22 people, more than 50 student volunteers. So, organizing committee, who are you? Can you stand up, please? Organizing committee. And these are all these you can see, and we will thank you more and more, because without this, 36.5% of women, which is below 50, but it's about the average women in tech, which is about 20, 25, and rarely 30. So this we are, and Pavel will continue.
Thanks, Maria. Welcome in Prague. I think you noticed that it's very old and magical city. Actually, it has also quite nice tradition in artificial intelligence. When you look to the old town, you can search for Golem, for example. It's old word, and it's one of the first AI character, actually. And then 100 years ago, Karel Čapek, he wrote a sci-fi novel about robots, and this is actually where the word robot originated. He was already interested in how is it being artificial intelligence serving people and all these moral and ethical aspects. And now we are talking about recommender systems here. And as Maria said, people are already concerned about how AI is responsible for all the negative aspects in their lives. So we have to change their opinion. We prepared also a card game for you, so you can play with people and show them how a recommender system work and actually what the reality is about. This year we have a bright new conference app. I hope most of you already install it. If not, please try, because you will find program there, you will find other people, you can ask questions actually. You can give feedback. You can give 5 stars to our opening ceremony, for example. And we have also other functionalities like a job board or some map of Prague, or you can explore papers. So please have a look. When you go around Prague, I think you notice already that it's quite easy to navigate by walking, by public transport. So don't forget that you have a free ticket for public transport, and you can go around. Also, the weather is not great, but still it's not rainy so much. So the option is also to rent a bicycle here. Actually, it's quite easy to use both Google Maps or check Mapy CZ, where you have a bit more details about where you are and streets and everything. So it's much easier to navigate here. And if you are fan of history, you can also switch Mapy CZ to the original map 200 years ago. So you see O2 Arena in the middle of nowhere. Here you are in O2 Universum. Actually, we have these 3 rooms where the main stage is, and we have also poster session over there, in that area. So don't forget it. And then there are also smaller rooms which are on the next floor 3. Regarding the conference dinner, it will be in a brewery, Czech tradition. So we hope we can fit inside everybody. And we have prepared also some additional program. It's pretty packed. It's very hard, to fit some additional activity because all your presentations are great. So, but there are some spots left. So if you would like to join for a morning run or some like evening activities, you can even feel free to propose your own if you would like to have other participants joining you. A lot of activities around. And thanks, and Markus will continue.
Thank you, Pavel. So also a very warm welcome from my side. I will not go too much into the conference program, as Pavel already said, it's very dense, but I will give you the opportunity to scan the QR code if you haven't already found the program on the webpage or on the app. So we'll later anyways hear from our awesome program chairs details about the program. Just want to mention this year as a new thing, we have additional poster sessions. Maybe some of you already attended the last one yesterday, and on Friday, basically we'll have or we'll show a selection of posters of accepted works over the different tracks. So it's also, I'm very happy that we could secure a special drink deal. So actually, if you're like me, a coffee junkie or a coffee addict or also a tea lover, I'm happy to announce that there is basically free coffee and tea throughout the whole conference, so not only during the coffee breaks. So help yourself, you'll find the machines like, I don't know, 10 different places at the venue. If you're into beer, well, as Pavel already announced, of course, a long tradition in the Czech Republic. There will also be unlimited beer at the social event. So I hope still we'll see you on Thursday for the keynote by Jure. Then we have student volunteers. I think the largest number this year that we ever had at RecSys. May I now ask the student volunteers to stand up and give them a warm applause. And I ask you so you can also see how they look like. So they're easy to spot, wearing their white shirt, saying ahoy, which I just learned is the Czech word for hello. So if you need anything, just approach them. They will either have an answer or let you know to whom you can direct. Also, a few statistics. As I said, I'll not go too much into detail, but we're happy that we have, as of yesterday, more than 1,050 registered in-person attendees, which is quite remarkable, I would say. Here you have the statistics in absolute numbers and in percentages. So almost a quarter of them originate from the United States. But we also have many from major European countries, Germany, Netherlands, UK, France. We also have quite many from China and Japan. Yes, and even the president of the Czech Republic, so Peter Pavel, provided auspices to the conference. Unfortunately, he can't be here today, but we have another president to join the conference. So very happy to welcome Professor Yannis Ioannidis, who's the ACM president. I don't know whether he's already here. Yes, hello. Great, so very warm welcome, and also worth noting, and we're looking very much forward to his presentation, which he will provide today already right before the welcome reception, so from 6 p.m. to 6:15. Finally, I'd like to thank the sponsors. So we're very happy we can welcome 6 Diamond supporters, MP AppLovin, Google, Amazon Prime Video Science, and Xiaohong Xu. We have Huawei as Platinum supporter, Meta as Gold supporter. We have again 6 Bronze supporters, namely Booking, Disney, Recombi, Sky, Spotify, and Zalando. We have Cinerise as Challenge supporter. Again, Amazon Prime Video Science as Women in RecSys event supporter. Albatross AI will organize a breakfast symposium, and the coffee break is sponsored by DPG Media. And finally, we also want to thank our special supporters, the City of Prague, who also provided financial support, the NSF, ACM, of course, SIGCAI, and also the initiatives FAIR and Bilateral AI. And with this, I'd like to hand over to our great program chairs, Sol and Marco.
There we go. Okay, good morning, everybody, again. I am Sole Pera, and along with Marcos de Gemes, we had the privilege of completing this adventurous task this year of being your program chairs. We have prepared, along with many of the other technical chairs, a pack, 3 days, and Marco will tell you all about it. There you go.
Thank you very much. We hope we have prepared an inspiring program for our community. So from the full and short paper track, we will have both oral and poster presentation, mostly full oral for the full and poster for the short. For the industry, we had 54 posters. All the contributions were accepted as posters, and 15 of them will have also an oral spot, but more details will be given by our industry chairs. For the reproducibility track, we have 7 oral presentations and 15 posters. And for late-breaking results and demos, we will have only poster, 45. And as a consolidated tradition in RecSys, we will have also, again, a session, Women in RecSys session, to award distinguished contributions, distinguished paper accepted to journals authored by women in our community. So we are happy to have 6 oral presentations. And then for the poster session, we have also 4 posters for ACM transaction or recommender system. So we have in total 73 oral presentation and 161 posters. Then now Sole will give more
It's my
details.
turn again.
Yeah.
There we go. So you can, for the authors that are in the room, so that you can figure it out who are your session chairs, we have put pictures of them. Please find them 15 minutes before your session starts. But this year we wanted to mix all the technical contributions together and put them in a topical way. So thank you to the reproducibility chairs, and the industry chairs who work with us to make that happen. And as you can see, we're going to start today with headlines and harmonies, so music and news. Then Elizabeth, and that's going to be chaired by Christine Bauer. And then Elizabeth is going to take us all into a journey about the models that reflect us, so focusing on users. And I'm going to move, and the microphone won't take me, and we know that's going to happen. And then Alejandro will focus on how search meets recommendation. And then Alan will focus on reflection, on how LLMs kind of impact preference in the recommendation process. Vito Walter is going to focus on sequencing, personalization, and data-driven RecSys. Julia is going to look at recommendations in the wild. Linas is going to focus on cross-domain and use recommendation frameworks. Lee is going to chair the session on multimodal recommender systems. Then Olivier, I think is my favorite title. I like all the titles, but that one is the one that I like, the signals we trust. So all on evaluation. And then Ashmi will take care of the Women in RecSys journal session. Is that one my turn? Yes, also my turn. There we go. But because of all the technical aspects, we have 3 great keynotes that hopefully will inspire a lot of discussion and a lot of new ideas moving forward. We're going to start today with Emilia Gomez, that is going to take a look at RecSys from a policy perspective. Then tomorrow we have Judith Leskovec, who is going to focus on relational foundation models and how that also impacts RecSys. And last but certainly not least, Xavier Amatrain from Google is going to take us on the AI era of recommenders, but it's going to reflect a little bit on the past. This is where I go off of scripts, and we knew it was going to happen. You knew I was going to go off scripts, and I get to go down memory lane. For me, it's kind of pretty special that I have Michael, with whom I general co-chaired 2018, and then Xavier was sitting here being the program chair. So it's a special kind of reunion, so I couldn't not mention it. But now we go back to the regular programming.
Okay, so the program is complemented by 14 workshops. 8 workshops have been already held yesterday, and we have 6 more workshops on Friday. Also, the doctoral consortium was held yesterday, but please meet our students during today's poster session. This is a new addition to the conference, so we will have also posters by our students during the main conference. So please meet our students today. We already had the challenge, but we included also an oral spot for the challenge in the conference on the 25th. And so on the last day, on Friday, we have 8 tutorials selected by our chairs. We will have also the 6 workshops, 6 remaining workshops, and also an extra poster session with contribution from the workshops, and also some selected contributions from the full, short, and industry track. A few words about the committee. You see the number in the table. There is nothing to add. I would like just to add, to have an idea of the effort of the reviewers. It's like we have 4 Boeings 737 full of people doing reviews for our conference, just to give the idea. And in this chart, you can see the submission by track and the corresponding acceptance rate. We can say that we have more or less the same numbers as RecSys 2024, but it's worth noticing that we have a high number of industry contribution, almost reached the short paper. So the industry chairs will give more details later.
So we're almost there. Indulge us for a little bit longer. Now we get to tell you a little bit more about our tracks, which are the short and the full. How do we get there? We don't think about it. We go from one year to the next. We enjoy for a week, but it takes a lot to get there. In our case, it took us more than almost 3,500 emails, 628 calendar spots, and yes, we counted, so thank you, Outlook, for allowing us to explore that. Approximately 100 emails, and that's only on our folder. The general chairs folders, we didn't even want to count. And 86 100 messages on WhatsApp. Those of you have ever been on a WhatsApp conversation with me, or Signal for that matter, half of my replies are stickers or a voice, a very long postcard-like voice message. Those are not counted over there. So imagine the interactions. So it takes a lot. So we really hope that you enjoy it, and Marco will tell you how we made it from all those messages to a program. Now you know.
Just a few words about our community. In this map, you can see the authors and the reviewers of our community distributed across different countries. So as you can see, the two maps, authors and reviewers, are very similar. So as you can see, so we have a community which is well distributed across countries. So the majority of authors are from United States, from institutions, are affiliated with institutions in United States and China. And the majority of the reviewers are affiliated with the institutions, institution based in United States, 26%, China, 19%, and Italy, 19%. So we have a well-distributed community from the 2 points of view. In this chart, you can see the submission rate across different areas. So we can say that we have well-balanced contributions between long and short. These 5 areas: societal recommender system, evaluation, computational innovation, human-centered approaches, and real-world applications. So now the review process. So the review process was mainly divided into 2 stages. The first stage was the individual evaluation of papers. So we started with 422 papers between short, long, and short, and we made an initial check by applying the policies, the desk rejection policies. We are happy to say that no cases of plagiarism were detected. So these are cases of violation of page numbers, maximum length, violations of anonymity, and so on, but no cases of plagiarism. So after this step, we removed 4% of the initial submission. And then the second step was assignments to the reviewers by using EasyChair. So we applied the conflict of interest, declaration of conflict of interest by authors, also bidding, but only 50% of the authors made the bids. So it was not easy for us to adjust the initial automated assignment by EasyChair, but we went into reviewer expertise and we adjust the initial assignments, and we are happy to say that there was no reviewer collusion. So we are happy to say that the reviews were very fair. So we made some manual check to avoid that the group of reviewers are from the same countries as the authors, and also we minimize the overlap between the same group of reviewers assigned to a paper. It was impossible to have disjunction, but we minimized the overlap. Now the review phase. As you can see here, we have the official sticker of the conference. So this means that we put a lot of efforts in these 2 phases, the review and the rebuttal phase. So for the review phase, so 7% of the reviews were missing before entering the rebuttal phase, or we removed some of the reviews due to inaccuracy or also AI-generated reviews with clear hallucinations. So we obtained at the end of this step 1,315 reviews. So this makes the idea of the effort, and many thanks to our sub-reviewers and emergency reviewers that helped during this step, especially for these 7% of missing or removed reviews. Then we went into rebuttal phase with a consistent number of reviews, and we are happy to say that 87% of the authors replied to the 2 reviews. So we have a huge number of rebuttal, but only 4% had an impact, in the sense that at least one reviewer changed the overall evaluation after the rebuttal phase. So this is not related to the final outcome of the papers. It's just related to the fact that one reviewer at least changed his or her mind after reading the rebuttal. And so the final stage of this first part of the review process was the discussion and the meta reviews given by our senior PC member. And as you can see here in this bar, we have the final recommendation by the PC member. So at the end of this process, 27 of the papers were suggested as accepted by the senior PC member, 7% no recommendation. And that's all for the first stage. Then we entered in the second stage, was more on us. We forgot the sticker here, but you imagine we have the sticker also. And we went again into revisiting all the reviews, all the rebuttal, paper by paper. So we obtained this initial pool of papers which were candidate for the final stage. And this was around 30% of the initial submission. And then we went into the final stage, putting everything in context. So this is not related to the individual evaluation of papers. This is related to comparing papers on the same topic, comparing papers solving the same problems, and so on. And we finished it with 20% of the initial submission. So this was our acceptance rate, this here. And as you can see in this chart, we have acceptance rate across different areas, the 5 different areas shown before. As you can see, we have the highest acceptance rate for the short on evaluation, and the highest acceptance rate on long, on real-world application. For the other, we can say that we are more or less on the same number. But please don't take this as a suggestion for submission for the next year. Okay, it's just numbers, and you can see also the tag clouds coming from paper accepted as long or short. As you can see, we have also user model, so we have also many papers on human-centered recommendation approaches. And also,
one more minute and then we're done, we promise. As with every conference, you know that towards the end, we're gonna try to celebrate papers that stood out for many reasons. We'll tell you all about it on the award ceremony at the end of the 3 days of the main conference, but we wanna thank our committee, Michael, Dietmar, Pasquale, Julia, Nava, and Alan, who gave their input and helped out in the decision. We want to share the candidates that they're sprinkled out through all the programs so that you can go and attend the different sessions and get informed by all the new RecSys. So we have 3 candidates for short papers, and I'm going to let you have the time to take the picture, but I'm not going to read the names. And then we also have 5 candidates for full papers. I'm going to change in 3, 2, 1. In alphabetical order, there is no hint of anything. And so 3, 2, 1, and now we switch. These are the candidates for full paper awards. And now that you all have your pictures, we have one more thing that we wanted to do this year, which is say thank you, not only to main reviewers, but also extra reviewers, people that gave that expertise, and senior PC members. So during the award, we're also gonna have a distinction and a token for them. With that, if you want to read all the papers, the proceedings chair did a fantastic job, and the proceedings have been out and about for about 2 weeks. But if you didn't have the chance to see them, this is your chance. And without further ado, just so you know, being program chairs is not really stressful at all. So with that, welcome to the industry chairs.
All right. We have about 9 seconds left, I can see. So we have 2 slides. It's going to be very, very short from us. I think we are both very happy to be here. Vito was not able to make it because he became a second-time father just a few weeks ago. So I think that's a very good reason not to be here. We were very happy to see very big growth this year for our track. We had 149 submissions, which was more than double what we had last year. I think this is not really sort of our doing. We just were the chairs and saw all the papers coming in, but I think this really builds on this, like sort of ongoing little momentum that there has been in the community, and that's been quite nice. I think many people in the room then also got a few emails from us, whether they wanted to become reviewers, and so we also had quite some big growth in the PC to make sure that we were able to make unified and balanced sort of program decisions on all of these. And then I will pass it on to Rodrigo to talk a bit about the program.
Thank you, Olivier. I'd like just to highlight some things about the industry track program. That actually tomorrow we'll have the track highlights after the keynote. But we have 15 spotlight oral presentations, and it starts today. So keep tracking the program. Have some clouds in the content that these papers are about. And we have 54 posters. I'd like to thank you, everyone that contributed. Olivier already talked that we need to increase a lot the program committee, but also I'd like to have a strong thank you for the program chairs and for the general chairs that was supporting us with every request and to find spot for all the posters that we requested. And a special thank as well for the industry chairs for the previous years, because we think that this increase, a strong increase that we have in the industry, it's a collective work to arrive where we are.